Hey there and happy Thursday. I can't believe it's card number 10 already, but it better be because today is the last month of September, so I should be on my last card, right? Got a little nervous, wondering if I could even go live. Went to go to my normal place on my Facebook page to do my videos and the button for live wasn't there. So I went to another place where sometimes Facebook has hidden it. Facebook's a wonderful thing sometimes, and sometimes it totally messes everything up. It wasn't there, and it only would let me post like pictures or whatever, and I was getting a little nervous. Like I told everybody I was going to be going live, and so I went to a different page that you can create videos and do something, and it did let me go live so I could come to you guys. All right, so that's why I'm a couple minutes late. Hey there, Carol. Hi, Lisa. I've got a little bit of blue on today's card, Lisa. All right, today's card number 10, and it is also the last day of celebration. And so I was looking over the last 9 cards that I've done throughout the month, and I thought, you know what, I need a little bit more variety. And because today's the last day that we can use the Penguin Playmates, or actually get it. I always want to say purchase it. You can't purchase it because it's for free. So today is the last day that you can get purchase $50 to get the paper for free. So today is the last day that you can join. And so there's like a dozen different bundles that if you join Stampin' Up, you get a discount, and the starter kit's a great thing. And then the promotion that they have on going through today is that you can pick out one of the dozen bundles, and that information actually I posted late last night, and it is on this page too, if you want to go to that and then click on the comment where I have a picture of the bundles that are available. I'm not sure about the Penguin Place because I don't think they would let you add it because we can't get the punch. The punch number has been turned off because they are currently out of stock. They will be back in around November 1st, the way it says. Hey there, Julie. Hi, Pam. So it's kind of the update on that too, but let me get this turned around so you can see today's card, and know that I won't be doing anything with the paper probably, but I will be when the punch comes back in giving you ideas. But today it doesn't use the punch. I thought let's do something fun with the paper and just bring in some other things with it without using the Penguin punch. But I am using the Penguin Place, which coordinates so fun with the paper. And so Penguin Place, the stamp set and the punch are found in the mini catalog. So those of you that have gotten it already, lucky you, because we get to play with it, use it, and before other people, before it comes back in. So yeah. All right. So like I said, before, this is a really nice big stamp set. When I used it last time, there's a lot of little tiny pieces, some cute sentiments in it. And if you pair that with the punch to get the 10% savings, it's just $31.50 for this big stamp set and the heavy duty Penguin punch too. So that's found in the mini catalog. And then, like I said, the paper from Celebration brochure that is ending today, that is on page 4. Pam, I'm so glad you're here because I forgot to remind you that I was going live. And Lisa just picked up some of this paper today too. So it's kind of fun that I'm using it so that that it kind of just worked out together like so. All right, so that's where that is coming from. And I'm using a different punch, not the Penguin punch, but I'm just using this and no cut and emboss machine for today's card. So that's kind of interesting and fun too. So the Penguin Place, like when you look at this card layout, and I'll give you measurements for everything, you can look at this and go, you know what, I could use just about any of these papers and make that same type of card. Whoops, this is the back side of this. And you've seen, whenever you see my scraps and such, you know that I've been using quite a bit. This is actually fun to cut out, punch out with the punch and different things too. So you could take, I always think like this is just, oops, here, let me scoot it all the way out. I always feel like this is just kind of the bigger version, even though the characters are doing different things. This is the bigger version kind of that, as far as kind of the same type of background, just bigger images of both the backgrounds and the characters themselves. Hey there, Kay. Thanks for popping on. All right, let me get that out of the way. Like I said, it's just so cute. Like I just want to keep showing it to you because it's going to be gone so soon. Okay, so for this, what I'm going to do is actually start with putting together my card for you. So this is kind of my color combination, is actually Night of Navy. So when I look at the back side of the description of this Penguin Playmates paper, it says Misty Moonlight. And if you look there, you can see the scarf is obviously Misty Moonlight, but because the artist has drawn in kind of a darker, I feel like the Night of Navy just kind of makes this card pop. And so when I was putting my things together today, I kind of laid out this and I went, oh, I kind of like that little bit of border in the navy because it really makes that pop. And then let me grab this scrap. I mean, like if you only had Misty Moonlight because you really like that and you go, okay, I like that. And maybe some of you will go, oh, I like that softer look, because that just matches just as fine too. But when I did the Night of Navy, I just felt like it had a little bit more of a pop that way. So I think, like anything, personal preference rules the day. Or sometimes what rules the day is what we have on stock, doesn't it? So that works too. So when I was coming up with my card base, I thought, oh, maybe like Fresh Freesia or, you know, Misty Moonlight, Night of Navy, something like that. But then when I realized I would be covering up the entire card front, I went, you know what, let's go with the thick basic white, because then it makes stamping in the inside easier, and writing when you're writing your sentiment or whatever, however you want to sign your card to whoever you're sending it to, just makes it easy that way too. So I'm using the thick white for that because it's that nice sturdy white. And then so this strip is cut 5.5 by 1.5. And then I don't know if you're like me, I have a ton of these size strips in all colors, because when I cut a lot of my cards that 1/4 inch less, like 4 by 5.25, this is what is left over. And I get so many of these and then I start throwing them away. So I am getting better at that. But I just had a lot of these, which are about 1/2 inch then. And I cut it down to 5.5. And then this piece is 5.5 by 3 inches. So then I get 4 times 2, 8 cards that I can make out of one sheet of designer series paper because of that too. Like I said, this is kind of fun on this side to use. So it's like, oh boy, that's what I'm not using by using this. And same with these trees, but I already did a tree card this month. So I'm like, okay, that wasn't so hard to decide when I was doing that too. Yes, Lisa, I'm using my scraps. You'd be so proud of me again. And hopefully that will help you guys too. All right. And then I can just start doing some assembly here onto there. Oops, I just put a new one of these again. Been stamping up a storm lately. Last night I stamped pretty late. My guys got out in the field around 11. They got the combine going, and because we hadn't got much done with breakdowns and such, they came in the house at about 11 this morning. So they worked through the night. I did not work through the night, but I did stamp for quite a while last night. Okay, so I'm just going to put this right along the edge like so. There, we've got that. Hi, Lois. Good to have you on here. And whoops. Oh, I kind of just goofily like let go of that. Okay. So I'm just going to push that. There we go. And get it going again. I kind of let it string again, but it's coming. Okay. Every once in a while when that doesn't work, it's normally my fault. So I'm just putting some adhesive on there. I'm going to let it set because I'm going to show you kind of a little trick or tip, excuse me, that helps me along. So when I have things that I want to make sure are even up along the edge, and I know I've shown this to you before, but I thought, you know what, if you're newer to watching my videos and if I can help somebody out and show you again, I will. So what I like to do is take my card and open it up and then just butt it up along the bottom here. And then what I like to do is take this piece, and then if this is butted up against the bottom, if I do the same thing here, well, then they're going to match up that way. I just have to make sure that the bottom edge and the top edge, and it stuck to my fingers, so I made it curve a little bit. Okay, there we go. And so what I'm doing here is pressing that down, but I don't want to press this down yet because I want to just kind of sneak this blue or Night of Navy piece in there. And so if I can eye that along the edge here and not get it too sticky to my fingers, and then it should just follow all the way up. So there we have it, nice and easy. So I feel like that's an easy way for me to have peace of mind and know that it's just all going to lay out. I mean, this can still maybe be off a little bit, but I feel like getting that on that edge, there's always just that little bit of grace because of the crease in there or whatever. But I feel like sometimes if you get off here, it also makes it go off here or here too. So so that's one way that will help you keep your things straight and all together. So thanks, Kay. And then all I feel like this card needed then was a sentiment. Like, it's so impressive how cute paper can really make things come together really quick and easy. And that's what I wanted too for this card, was to show you, use the cute paper, make things easy when you can. And whether you have the time or not, sometimes it's just easy to put together a card and feel like accomplished with that. Hey there, Donna, thanks for popping in. So with the sentiment, I need my Stampin' Mat, because the Penguin Place is a photopolymer stamp set. So I'm going to use my Night of Navy ink pad for that. And then the sentiment is happy birthday. So I'm just going to stamp that kind of in the middle of a, like, it's about a 1-inch strip, I think, of the basic white. And then if you guys remember this double oval punch, this one always, every time I pick it up, this was one that was on back order forever, which if you're listening and have ordered a turtle punch, the turtle punch is finally in. It's been on back order, unavailable to order since June. And so I've had some of you that I will be contacting, because I just before I went live got some shipping notifications, and I was like, hallelujah, because I'm so excited to get those emails out saying, guess what, your order or your turtle punch is in and your order will be shipping out. So I felt like that with the double oval punch too, because it just took so long to get that back in, but the turtle punch was like forever. So that's my good news of the day. And so with this, I am punching out with the lower, the white, and then I'm going to take some Night of Navy and do the top part there. And how nice that you have a punch that just automatic self-layers. It's like a self-layering punch. And so I'm just going to put some adhesive on here, like so. Oh, actually, I don't want to do that yet. I don't want to do that yet. I need some scrap paper, because I'm going to make this not look so plain. I thought it needed a little something on here, so I got out my Fresh Freesia ink pad, and that stamp set has those cute little dots and snowflakes and such, and so I thought that added a lot, and I'm just going to take and put that on here like so. And so when I do that, it's really easy to put it on the sides. And then I thought, oh, I'll come back without re-inking and add some, this was my first try, add some of it to, without re-inking to that, to make some be lighter and darker. And what I came up with was this, and you can tell I've pulled it off because it's all wrinkled. But when I put on my card, it actually made it look like the ink pad was dying or needed re-inking, and it just looked not sharp. And so I realized when I put it on full strength, it just made the tag look that much better. So I like to pass those tips along, because often when I am showing you these things, I'll stamp, and then without re-inking, I'll do kind of like a second stamp to make it look lighter. And I like that look. It just didn't look good for this particular thing that I was doing. Okay, so now this can go on my Night of Navy little piece there that I've punched out. So then when I put this on there, I didn't want it to get too lost in the shuffle, and I feel like it does stand out. I really like how those little snowflakes coordinate with the background paper like so, and I love that it's part of the stamp set, so you don't need an extra stamp set just to get a background image. And so I was putting, like pulling out different punches to actually like put another layer, thinking about dies, and I went, oh, you know what, I forgot about these fun things. And I ordered a bunch of them because I love them and knew that I'd be using them quite a bit for you guys. And these are from the mini catalog called The Wonderful Snowflakes, and you get 6 on a page, 24 total in a package. And I was going to have it punched out and ready for you, but I thought, no, I want to kind of tell you that when you get yours, to be very, very careful. They are very intricate, and they are just kind of, you know, loosely die cut in there with tiny, tiny little, you know, you can see how tinily it is. That's a word, right? how it's connected there. So you just don't want to go, oh, I'm going to grab a snowflake and just rip it off of the sheet, because you'll end up with like 7/8 of a snowflake or something, because you're going to be missing one of the arms guaranteed. At least that's me when I do things rough. Then things get torn and such. Yeah, Lisa, these are so pretty. So you can see they're kind of iridescent, which is great for a project like this, or like any of your winter snowy images. Like when you think of snow, you think of, you know, exactly that type of thing when the sun is shining, or even when it's not. The sparkle that a snowflake gives is really, really special. So it just follows right along with that. To adhere it, I'm going to grab a glue dot here, and I don't really want to put any kind of adhesive there because I know it's going to show. And these things, you don't need to really tack them down. They're not going anywhere. So I'm just going to put one mini glue dot in the center, because these are so sticky that that'll work out just fine by doing that. I'm going to kind of put it up in the top corner here like so, and then I'll flip that over and put some dimensionals across there. Actually, I'm looking more at my sample. I think I did the opposite. Yeah, I put the dimensionals underneath the sentiment. So I'm going to see now what I like better, or if it's one of those things like you can hardly tell the difference. Sometimes it does make a difference, sometimes not so much. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. Okay, actually, I do think I like the sentiment popped up. I see a little bit of difference because it's in person for me, but so when I make your cards, I'll make them like this probably. But personal preference there again, and maybe you'll go, who really cares, Belle? Let's get on with the card. All right, so actually the card could almost be done by doing that, but I just wanted like a little bit more accessory. I thought about pulling in some different rhinestones or gems or something, and the first thing I pulled out are these fun pastel pearls, because the pastel pearls come in all of these fun colors. Like actually the blue would look nice with it. The pinks, the purples, the light purples, the dark purples, all of that would go really well. And so actually let me just put one on, because I did have like some of these pinks and purples on. I'm just going to set a couple on there so you can see, for a couple reasons, because you might go, oh, I have those. And then you can see kind of like how cute the pink is with it. And then that's the purple with it too. Just because some of the things are lighter and darker, both the pink and the purple look really cute with that. But I'm going to take these off before they get too stuck to it. I'm glad that when I did mine, they did come off, because after I put my card together using these, then I slid something aside, and what I slid aside were the playing with resin, playing with patterns resin dots from the other day. I'd used that to make, just yesterday's card. And then I went, oh, these are such a fun, perfect match. And I really liked this better. And so I thought, okay, not that the other's wrong. Like I said, if it's what you have, then it makes it a nice thing to just add right on right away. So I'm just going to take, excuse me, 3 of these different sizes here and just add that to my card. And if you're making, a card like this, depending on where your characters are, you might place some. I don't want to put them on any of the characters or whatever on this part of the card. And in here too, I was kind of avoiding the bear or whatever. But depending on where it cuts and such, you'll be able to put that odd number of 3 on there too. Or if you want to add, even a couple more, you can. You can go hog wild, or you even use a different accessory. So that works out really well with that. And I just thought it was kind of fun how that matched so well, because actually when these came out last year, they were the purple posy. And it's fun to see how something like this can still coordinate with the products that we have, even though purple posy is retired. It's one of the products that Stampin' Up! Chose to keep out for us and be able to order again too. And then to just finish the inside of the card, how fun is this cute little saying? I like you a lot'll. It's like a little except a lot. And it looks like I just kind of moved. It's 2 greetings, and so I tried to put them both on the same clear block so that they would line up. And then I did move it a little bit, so now I'm like, okay, we'll see when I go to do my video if they're still lined up or not. Okay, so that I'm just inking up again with the Night of Navy ink, because that's what I use. Like I said, you could use the Misty Moonlight for both the ink and the cardstock, and that would look really good too. Like you a lot, it's a little except a lot. I love how kind of just really plain this font is, and for being pretty tiny, it's very clear, which is a good thing too. So that is today's card. And so if you are sending this as a birthday card, if you receive my package of 10 cards this month and you're sending it and you go, you know what, I don't know if the person that I'm sending it to, if that's really appropriate, but if I stamp it right on the inside, if you don't like it, you can just cover it up with another, layer of white or something and put something else that you would prefer on there. But it will pretty much have to be committed to being a birthday card. Just a sentiment you'd have to change out that way too. There you go. So that is card number 10 for September, Stamp Camp. Getting it in by the hair of my chinny chin, right? So there you have it, the 10 pack of cards. So if you've been waiting for this last moment to order, both because you need things or just to contact me to order the set of cards, you're still in luck. So let me know. Today is the last day to order from Celebration in case you're just joining in, and then tomorrow starts a new month, and so far I haven't heard anything. Like sometimes as soon as they end one special, the next thing's going, but nothing for customers yet that I am aware of, and I'm always looking out for that to let you guys know what's next on the horizon. But know that I will be back making 10 cards for you in October. I do have some more supplies coming in tomorrow to finish up my September cards, to really get those going and out in the mail for everybody that has ordered them. And so hopefully early next week I will get all of those out. So I have a lot of them in the middle stages and not needing a lot to finish them up, just that one package that's coming from UPS tomorrow. So then I can get those going. My goal always is to get those cards out before the end of the month ends. And here I am. But a lot happened this month that I wasn't sure where that was all going to fit together. And then when things fell into place, I knew this month would get crazy. So I feel like I'm almost more on top of it than what I was thinking would happen too. So that is it for the month of September. And how you can get my cards once again is just let me know, and they're $25 for the 10 pack, or with a minimum $75 order using this code, or letting me know that you want to use a code and contacting me to place your order. I will get that taken care of, and that's how you get the 10 cards. So see you guys probably middle of next week, beginning to middle of next week, to start on October videos, and we'll see you back then. Have a great long weekend. See ya. Bye-bye.